Hey, how we doing guys? Welcome back to Death Stranding 2. This is my platinum walkthrough. We just maxed out Mission Impossible. They said it couldn't be done, we just managed to pull it off. Yeah, this is part 61 and we're going to begin by making our way over to the motherhood. Yeah, the hood of mothers over to the north, we're going to make our way there. It's already maxed, but we wanted to complete an order. We're completing this order because it leads to a massive order. Not massive, but a fairly big order for TFK. And TFK still needs a lot of likes. So in order to max TFK with less work, we want to make sure the orders we do take to TFK are as big as they can be. And that's kind of what we're working towards. We're not going to max them yet. We're going to max out in this video F7, SEO and BPAS. But we're going to make a start on TFK. So when you walk up to Motherhood, either bring the DHV over or use a nearby safe house and you want to craft a bike. You could use a coffin board for this in terms of the cargo, because I'm not carrying much, but you can't because we cannot take a coffin board on the monorail for some reason. You can if it's in the back of a truck, but the game doesn't let you take it separately, which is a bit odd, you know. But we're going to come over to Motherhood once we've crafted that bike, and we want to take on order. Yes, 418. Yeah, we want to take on order 418 to Tar Therapist. Yep, it's quite a big order, but you don't need to take everything. Yep, all you need to do is take one item, and you also want to take one PCC2 or one PCC3, of course, which are now unlocked. Basically, you just need something to put down a transponder with. So yes, get a bike, take on order 413, take only one piece with you, and grab a PCC2 or 3. And then we're going to make our way over to the mine behind the Motherhood. Yeah, you can take all the cargo if you want to, you know, take a truck. But because Motherhood and Tar Therapist is already maxed, there's really not any need. You know, we just want to complete this order any means we can, just so we unlock that order for TFK which I mentioned. So yes, make our way around here guys to the mine, and then we're going to use the monorail to transport a cargo over to the mine near the Tar Therapist. And we're going to use transponder to warp as close as possible, then make our way down into the mine. We're going to grab the bike, because we're also going to send the bike over there. We'll drive back to Tar Therapist, complete it, and then probably walk back to the Motherhood and get that order we want for TFK. And do the same again, send it over the monorail, but this time to SFK, and then we'll carry on from there. Yeah, this video is quite short. I think part 62 and part 63 are going to be a little bit short. Then part 64 and 5 might be a bit longer. But yeah, there's not far to go at all, guys. Yeah, it's probably like under 3 hours left. And then we've got Platinum. And all those other facilities are going to be maxed. Mexico takes about an hour and 20 minutes, I think. Give or take to max them. Doesn't take long at all. If you follow my optimal way, of course. So yes, once at the mine, put all your cargo inside. But keep the PCC2 or 3. Keep it with you. We're going to put down our transponder outside. You want to send your bike and that 418 cargo. That's all you need to send really. And of course, I guess any lost cargo you took with you going to them facilities in the mountains. So yes, send the bike and the 418 cargo over the monorail, and anything of course you want to be transported. All you want to keep with you is something to craft a transponder with, and that's pretty much it. Remember, when you use a transponder, you lose everything. You just get to keep your pants, luckily. And sometimes whatever's on your tool rack and you've got equipped on your person, you know, like exoskeleton, pair of boots, yeah, some gloves. So yeah, put down a transponder. I'm sure I put a transponder here earlier in the game. I'm sure I remember doing so. I don't know, but if I did, it's obviously gone now. But that was a very long time ago, so I wouldn't say my memory is reliable at this point. So yes, I'm going to warp to the mine near Tar Therapist, or warp as close to it as I can. Yeah, warp as close to the mine near Tar Therapist as you can. Look at that, I warped to a safe house. Yes, so because I'm at a safe house, I can just craft a bike or a coffin, I guess, and take it out. Use it to get down to the mine a bit quicker. You know what would be nice? If I put a safe house down at, you know that F3 crater where the massive jellyfish warps you in? Having a safe house there would be mega useful. I might go and do that, you know, after I finish the platinum, just for other players when they warp in there, when they're doing the adventure sub-order. Yeah, so make our way down into the mine. We're going to grab that to order. If you didn't get a vehicle, it don't really matter, because remember, we did send a bike on the monorail. So it's not a big deal. Yeah, try not to drive into these pipes, because as you can see, the bike is not built for going over pipes. It's supposed to drive around them. I should have gone around the other side, really. Yeah, so 418, just got to grab one piece, take it over to Tire Therapist, deliver it, and then walk back to Mother and take that order for TFK. The order we're trying to unlock, by the way, is order 419. That is the order we're trying to unlock, order 419. So when you come in here, the monorail probably has not arrived yet, unless you're just mega slow. So if it's not arrived yet, just rest for a moment. Yeah, for just for 30 minutes, guys, and then stand back up, and then it should have come in. Yeah, this video was originally 35 minutes long, but I reloaded it a few times when I was recording. You know, I did a few steps and then reloaded and altered a few things. So then obviously I'll cut out that 5 or 10 minutes, and that's why it's about 25 minutes long. Because I had to reload and redo a few things to optimize them a bit more. Right, so 418, the Telesurgery device. Yep, we all want one of them, the Telesurgery device. Use that to repair your LCD screen. So take one of them out, and also grab the bike if you don't have a means of transport with you. Yes, and make way over to Tire Therapist. So yes, we'll deliver this. That will unlock order 419, and then we'll warp to Motherhood and take it. Yeah, 419 is from Motherhood to TFK. We're not going to deliver it in this video, but we're going to leave it at SFK, ready for later. Because SFK also, I think it's SFK, or it might be Eastfoot Knot. One of them also has another big order for TFK. So we're going to wait, and I'm going to do both in big orders at once, because you can just fit them in your truck. Yeah, so of course we're going to do them at once instead of doing them separately, because then it means you've got to drive there and back twice. But if you do them at the same time, of course, it means just doing it once. Yeah, watch out for the rocks. They will damage your cargo. And the impact on your brain might have a lasting effect when you're a bit older. Right, so yes, over here. Yes, 418. Telesurgery device. They can finally get that TV working. Right, yes, minimum 1. So you can't always just take like one piece. It depends on what the minimum is. But of course with this one, the minimum is 1. So we can do it. Yeah, I think naturally you'd probably automatically think you've got to take every single one. You know, it's just what you've been doing for the rest of the game, so you just naturally take every piece of cargo. But yeah, when it just comes to unlocking orders, you just try and be as quick as possible. Likes do not matter. So you just want to get from A to B as soon as you can, unlock an order, so you can go back and take it. So yeah, we delivered it. We unlocked 418. So next destination is Motherhood. Yeah, back over to the north. Right, there she is. Yep, so I'm going to safe house again. So we're going to do exactly the same again, guys. But this time we're going to send it over to SFK on the monorail. Yeah, and this order is a biggie. Yeah, it's quite a big one. So take out a truck. Yeah, it's up to you what type of truck you want to take. Because you might not have many materials here. Remember, you can keep recycling, save, reload, recycle, save, reload, until you get the materials that you want. But because we're going to SFK next, we'll have a good truck there anyway, probably. Because you have a lot of materials there. Right, so I've got my truck. Yes, a nice yellow one. Easy to spot. It's not going to be very stealth when it comes to enemies. It's not going to be very stealthy at all. But we're not going anywhere near enemies. We're staying away from them. So yes, over to the terminal. So 419 should now be unlocked. There it is. So it's not massive. I mean, it's what, 150 kilos. But it's a lot. It's one of the bigger orders for TFK. So yes, take on that one. Order 419. I've calculated it all. I know exactly how many likes TFK needs. And I know this order and the other order I take later is enough. Of course, otherwise I might have taken a few other orders out from other facilities. But I know this one and the other one I take is enough to max them. Right, so we've got the order 419. Going to drive back around to that mine, the mine north of the Motherhood. Is that the actual in-game name for it? Mine north of Motherhood? Or is it mine north of F4? That might be a more technical name for it, mine north of F4. So they're normally named something when it comes to their relation to a Fort Knot. You're like, it'll be like mine north of West Fort Knot, or mine north of the other one, forget his name now, F2. What's that guy called? Yeah, it might be called mine north of that. Yeah, so back around here, you can go up that little cliff, like directly behind the Motherhood, but it's a little bit tricky getting up there unless you've got off-road tyres on. Off-road tyres do get up there quite well, but I don't have any at the moment. You know if you've got off-road tyres, by the way, because you have that like gold band on the wheels. Yeah, if the tyres have like a gold band on them, that means they're off-road tyres. Yeah, you'd be surprised the difference a band of gold makes around a tyre tread. Yeah, it makes them get so much more grip when climbing up steep mountains and whatnot. So we'll just do the same again. You can use the monorail if you want. I'm just going to put my truck in the cargo bay, send it to SFK, and I'm going to use the transponder to warp straight there. Then I can go in the private room or just rest in order to make the monorail arrive a bit quicker. But it shouldn't matter anyway, because we're not going to be doing that order just yet. We want to send it there, but we're actually going to be leaving this order until later, like I said, so we can do 2 orders at once for TFK. So yes, you want to send the truck and all that cargo for 418, send it over to South Fort Knot. Yep, so send it to South Fort Knot, the truck and that 419 cargo. Did I say 418 a moment ago? Yeah, sorry, order 419. Send all that over to South Fort Knot and the truck if you want. Right, and then we're going to use transponder. We're going to warp to South Fort Knot. Let's see if we can beat the cargo. Yeah, so once we arrive at South Fort Knot, we're now going to do some orders for SEO, B Pass and F7. We want to bring them to max. And then start of the next video, we're going to max EEO, then probably finish off TFK, and just finish off a few other facilities we've not quite done here yet. Right, so once you spawn in at SFK, so we're going to take on order 554. Do not submerge. Yeah, so 554. Edible weaver ants. Yeah, so take on the order, guys. Order 554. And any other cargo going over to them facilities. So we're going to SEO next. Then it's going to be B Pass, F7, and then EEO. And then from EEO, we're going to be using the beach jump. So yes, any cargo going to them facilities, take it with you. Anything going to TFK, leave it in the private locker here. Yes, leave any cargo for TFK in this private locker. All you want to take with you is cargo going to SEO, B Pass, F7, and EEO. Yes, you can take a coffin. Yes, so SEO in total needs 7,300 likes to max him. Yeah, 7,300 likes. And now we're going to take order 554, of course, and anything else as I just mentioned. And on the way to SEO, we're going to keep an eye out for any other cargo. I think SEO only needs 20 more likes, so I'm just keeping an eye out for any cargo. I've come over here because there's normally a good chunk of cargo around here. This is normally a BT area. Yeah, it's normally a BT area. So if the BTs do spawn, just be careful. Of course, it's watchers, so they're a bit easy to spot and avoid. But yeah, but still be careful. Turn the Cupid on. That should make it so less of them spawn, if some have, hopefully. So I've just got a lost cargo for SEO. So now I'm going to continue over to him. I'll deliver that and that should max him. Like I say, he needs 20 more likes from me. That's how close I was to max him. I think I'm on like 7,278, something like that, something daft. Yeah, I'm like 20 likes away. So yes, I'm on the coffin, going to shoot straight over there. So when we get to SEO, we're going to take out a truck, so we're going to call over the DHV. The reason being is because we're going to take on a kind of big order and we need the capacity in order to store all the cargo. You might have also left a bit of cargo at SEO as well for F7 and B pass and EEO. So again, that might be another reason why you might need a truck. Yeah, so as you approach SEO, like I say, call over the DHV. I'm going to craft a truck, guys. Make sure it's a truck with some off-road tyres, because we're going to be going up the mountains to EEO, remember, soon. Not in this video, but at the start of the next one. Right. And I think I also complete one more elimination order before we go to Mexico. Yeah, I think when I'm about to leave Australia, one more elimination order has appeared back near government base, I think. So I go back and I complete that. So when we go to Mexico, we should be on 8 elimination orders, and in Mexico there should be 3 altogether. So we should be doing 11, but you only need 10, of course. So yes, I'm going to craft a truck. If you don't quite have enough, of course, you should have plenty of materials in storage. So you can probably just recycle most of it in order to put it into the DHV's cargo capacity. Yes, and like I say, craft a good truck with off-road tyres and anything else you prefer. Yeah, look, it's got a gold band on the wheel, so I know these ones have better tread. So yes, SEO, I'm just going to deliver that one piece of lost cargo, and that should max him. Like I say, he only needs 20 more likes. He needs 7,300 likes in total to max. Yeah, let's see where I was. How close was I really to maxing him?
Appreciate you delivering this for me.
7,341. I know I just got 60 likes. So I was, what about, I think I was on 7,281. I was 19 likes away. Crazy. But yes, once you've maxed SEO, that's another one in the bag. Yes, now we're going to take on order 565. Yes, 565 over to B pass. The reason that I've left this until after doing Mission Impossible and all that, because I was waiting for a bunch of these orders to refresh. I was waiting for them to come off standby, and the time it took us to, you know, do Mission Impossible, government base, WFK, all those, it was enough time in order for all these orders, because I believe we've done most of these already, but I'm doing them again just to get a few more likes. So yes, order 565, take anything else going to B pass, F7 or EEO. Take any truck, guys, and then let's drive over there. And on the way over, you want to make sure you got PCC2 as well. So yes, make sure you have a PCC2. There's a aid request on the way to B pass, but the aid request is actually for F7. They want you to put down a cargo catapult. That's just going to allow us to get a few more likes for F7. Well, a bit more than that. I don't mean you're going to get 2 or 3 likes. You're going to get a few hundred likes from doing this. So yes, make sure you have a PCC2 or a PCC3. Because on the way to B pass, like I say, we're going to put down a cargo catapult to fulfill a aid request for F7. So yes, as we make our way to B pass, if you go into aid request menu, you should be able to see where it is. I mean, you'll see in a second, so I'm going to show you. It's actually close to where the DHV parks for F7. So I'm going to follow the road a little bit and then go off-road around to where DHV normally parks, and it should be just near there. Then once put down the catapult, we'll make our way up to B pass. Yeah, B pass maxes at 6,500 likes, and F7 will max at 9,200, and EEO, Eastern Environmental Observatory, will max at 10,200 likes. Yeah, it would have been nice if I knew all this for every single facility, wouldn't it? But you know, we've worked it out for about 20, which is good enough. You know, these last ones, better than nothing. So yes, down here you'll see the aid request location. Like I say, you can spot it on the map if you open your aid request menu. Okay. So I think that time for shelter is too close. Maybe it will let me, maybe it won't. Let's see. Yeah, so cargo catapult. Yeah, it won't let me do it. I need to knock out that time for shelter. Yep, so that's the aid request zone. Yep, it's not working. I gave it a moment. It's not like I gave up straight away. I tried, but yeah, unfortunately I'm going to knock out this time for shelter. Apologies, whoever that belongs to. Right, so let's put it down here. I guess that's what happens when you put down a structure in a aid request location. Don't really have much of a choice. I can move the structure, but I cannot move the aid request. Right, so once you complete it, yes, you put down the cargo catapult. We would have got 200 or 300 more likes. Yes, make our way up to B pass. Yes, the B pass and F7. And F7 where we're going to finish this video. Like I say, it's quite a short one. But these videos going towards the end of the Platinum Guide, they will be a little bit shorter and a little bit longer. Yeah, as I got towards the end of routing all this, I kind of defaulted to just staying on the same account and then just reloading back. You're like planning an hour or two ahead and then reloading back again, doing all my testing to try to figure out exactly how many likes. It wasn't actually that bad to figure out how many likes each depot needs. You know, I got to the point where I knew if I delivered an order or a piece of cargo at maximum. I got to that point and then I kind of got some small cargo and I was kind of delivering one small bit of cargo, see if that pushes them over. If not, try a bit more. But with facilities like Mission Impossible, where I did not have any lost cargo, I had to kind of take on an order and then I had to do really bad in the order to reduce the likes that I got, to try and figure out where that kind of threshold was, where you need to maximum, you know, exactly how many likes is required. So yes, B pass, like I say, you'll max B pass at 6,500. So I wasn't far off. Yeah, 6,500 for B pass. And then while we are here, we'll also take on another order for F7. Yeah, that's why we went SEO, B pass and F7 and not SEO, F7 and B pass. Yeah, because we wanted to go from SEO to B pass, take an order, you know, from SEO to B pass, take an order from B pass to F7, then an order from F7 to EEO. So yes, B pass, take on order 591 if it's available. Yes, order 591 to F7. Then we're going to make our way over there next, guys, and max F7. Yeah, so part 62 tomorrow, we are going to max, so we're going to do EEO. We're also going to max TFK. We're also going to max the Meta-G non-assist, if not already. Who else is left? Oh, we're also going to do a destruction order at WFK. Yeah, so tomorrow's video, yeah, if you want a bit of a teaser, yeah, so we're going to max EEO, we're going to max TFK, we're going to max Meta-G non-assist, and then we're going to do another destruction order from WFK. Oh, and we're also going to max out the Dowser, which I've not quite done yet. Oh yeah, so part 63. Yeah, so part 63, 64 and 65 are going to be spent in Mexico. Yeah, so 62. So tomorrow, guys, is going to be our last trip to Australia. Off to Mexico on part 63. So yes, once you arrive in F7, we want to deliver all our cargo for this facility, and that should max him. F7 needs 9,200 likes to max her. How close did I get? Not too bad. I was over by about 150, so I still had a little bit leeway, not too much. But yeah, so that's F7 done, guys, B pass and SEO. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on part 62 tomorrow.